together. Thank you so very much for worshiping with us online and in person. It is good to be the church. A few announcements before I invite our liturgist to come up and lead us in our worship. Thank you. I don't know if it has been said publicly, but thank you to John Creekball, Val Sachs, Paul Johnston, and Bill Lindsay, who put up our shed. Someone 2 years ago, before the pandemic, donated a snowblower for us, and we had bought this shed so that we have a place for our snow removal teams to be able to use a snowblower rather than using sheer grit and determination. And we finally have a shed up and running, and so we are grateful for those hands that made that happen, and the memorial committee that donated the funds to make that happen. Thank you to the 15 plus, I can't even name them all, people who showed up yesterday to make sure that our outdoor building was cleaned up and winterized and ready. And so thank you to all who showed up. I wanted to draw your attention to two opportunities that are coming up for ministry. One, we are having our harvest dinner this next week. If you have not RSVP'd, Angie is right there. You want to wave to everyone and get to know Angie. We are doing takeout again this year. I would encourage you, if you are able, to consider picking up an extra one and taking it to one of our shut-ins. We have several people who get the dinner remotely who can't come and get it. And the deacons will be busy preparing. So if you live near one of our shut-ins and will be able to deliver one or two, that would be a great help and a great ministry opportunity. Also coming up, we are doing a live nativity. It's a little different than we've done it in the past, but we're going to try to do it. In the past, people used to come to our facility and set it up here. We have been invited to participate with the Methodist United in Faith to put the nativity in the midst of the tractor tinsel parade. You can see a flyer for that in your bulletin. And we will be able to give the message of Christmas to all who come through that. We are specifically looking for people who are willing to set up the day before the tractor and tinsel parade. Set up the day of, because there are some things that we don't want to move to the site ahead of time, because the fairgrounds will be open and unlocked. We will need people to do characters. We are responsible for the wise men and women, the magi, and some shepherds. And so if you are interested in playing one of those roles, and we're going to collect costumes and take care of that and put that on. The other churches will be taking care of angels and of the Holy Family, and we're going to try to fill that in as much as possible. If you have questions about how you might participate, you don't feel you can stand out there for a long period of time, that you might be able to help distribute costumes, you might be able to do other things, please let me know. We're going to have a final planning meeting to make sure all of our ducks are in a row this Friday night at 6:30 in our basement, and then hopefully have everything set for this community-wide multi-church event. We're excited to be able to do that together. And with that, I'd like to invite Malia up to lead us in our worship. You pray with me. O God, who gave us birth